Hello and welcome, magical beings. Welcome to my channel, Emerald Moon. Welcome to my kitchen. So what I would like to show you in this video is we have just had a huge thunderstorm. We haven't had one in a really long time, and I just wanted to include you guys in what I'm going to be creating in the kitchen today. So I love sitting outside watching the storms. I find it so therapeutic. It's like this energy that's like raw and powerful, and it like lifts the atmosphere. And we had an electrical storm as well, so it had all that electrical current in it. It was really powerful, and the listening to the rain is just so soul soothing to me. We don't usually get them in Brisbane in winter. Usually we get summer storms, and in summer in Australia, in Queensland, is hot. I mean, it is hot. I mean, you may spontaneously combust into flames. It is that hot. It's stifling, very stifling. So in summer, I don't like to use a lot of smoke cleanse because it's just far too hot. I would like to create my own cleansing spray. Like today, during the storm, I ran out and collected a whole bunch of storm water, and that's what I'm going to be using for my base. So let's have a look at what I'm going to be putting into my cleansing spray. Our ingredients today are eucalyptus, lavender, some pink Himalayan salt, some Palo Santo, a bottle to decant the liquid in, our spray bottle, a funnel, wooden fork to stir, and I have sterilized and sage cleansed, which is what the sage is for. I have cleansed the insides of the bottles with some sage. And I've got a large pot of stormwater. This is my witchy pot, so it doesn't get mixed with food, so nobody panic, nobody will be poisoned. So you can see that it's nothing super complicated. I'm only going to use 3 ingredients because I want to keep it simple. I've already got my stormwater in my witchy pot. So the lavender is my own lavender that I grow in my own garden. And what I'm going to do is chuck the whole lot in there. So and I'll show you what it looks like once I've got everything in. So just break it up, or you could just chuck the whole thing in there. It smells so beautiful, and this and the lavender that I grow in my garden is actually called blue lavender. And you can see that it's nearly like a weed, like it's kind of gangly. If you can call a plant gangly, it's gangly. It doesn't grow straight like the common varieties, but the reason why I've got this variety of lavender is because it smells amazing. I mean, all lavender smells amazing, but you don't even have to crush it or touch it or anything. As soon as you go near it, it's extremely pungent. So I like that. I like me a pungent herb. Ooh, lost me a leaf. There it is. So just pulling off the leaves. I'm going to save some of the flowers to put in the bottle. So I'm just saving all the leaves. And I just chuck that one in. I wanted to use lavender in my spray because lavender can be used for calming and relaxation, but is also a very, very good healer and antibacterial. So I'm going to use that property in the lavender for my spray. The eucalyptus leaf, Aussie icon. So where I live, there are quite a lot of gum trees, and I love gum trees, which is great. It is a antibacterial, so it can be used as a cleanser. Lots of cleaners actually have eucalyptus in them because eucalyptus is actually a great cleanser, and that is one reason why I'm going to be using it in the spray liquid today. So I'm just going to break off the leaves and put the leaves in there. This isn't it's not fresh, but it's not completely dried out either. Oh, smells yummy. So I'm just going to break up the leaves and give them a bit of a crush and wake up that I'm just going to wake up the energy, and also I'm going to crush it just in my fingers, it rips real easily, because that's going to stimulate the oils in it too. So it just smells like Australia, like it just smells like the bush. Do you think that? I do. That's what eucalyptus reminds me of. It's the bush, the country. But I know eucalyptus is spread right around the world, so it's quite common. So I'm also going to break up the stick because, there's properties and oils in that as well, and nothing goes to waste. Also, the reason why this isn't fresh is because I prefer, if I can, not to take foliage directly from the tree, if I can possibly help it. And these were actually laying right on my driveway. And I'll keep going with this. And then we'll add the next ingredient. Our next ingredient is pink Himalayan salt. Salt because it's, you know, a cleanser, antibacterial. It can also be used for protection. If you don't have pink Himalayan salt, you can use sea salt, rock salt. If you don't have Himalayan salt and you just have plain old salt, just use plain old salt. But I went with the schmancy stuff today, and by schmancy I mean I bought it from the store. So I'm going to add some pinches of salt. I think I'm going to go with 3 pinches of the Himalayan salt. What I'm going to do is so what I'm going to do third time's a charm. What I'm going to do is, nope, it's not working for me. So what I will do is I will bring this to the boil. I have a gas stove, so it shouldn't take long. And I will bring this to the boil and get that all heated up. And then once it comes to a boil, I'm going to turn it down to simmer and let it simmer for a while. And then towards the end, I will add the Palo Santo oil and just get that warmed through. Okay, so that didn't take too long. It is now boiling, and you can already smell all those aromas. I'm just going to give it a stir. You can either stir it with, I would say, something wooden, so a wooden spoon, a wooden fork. I've seen the ones, you've seen them on social media, and they've got inscriptions, sigils, pagan symbols on the wood. You know, that you could use anything like that. Mine's just plain. You could even attach a crystal to your stirring utensil that corresponds to the intention that you're using it for. If you don't want to use anything, you don't want to sacrifice, or you can't sacrifice any of your kitchen utensils, you can just once again turn to beautiful nature and use a twig. Now remember, while you're stirring, you are putting your intention in with the ingredients. So you can be stirring and either saying a spell, putting your intention and your energy into what's going on in the pot, or you can chant over it, or however you like to do it. Just remember to put your intention in while you are making your mixture. So I'm just going to give it a stir. Oh, it's like a steam, a face steam. Oh, and an inhalation. Oh, I feel better already. Okay, No, smells beautiful. Smells absolutely gorgeous. So I'll give you guys a look at what I'm looking at. Unfortunately, we don't have a tube, but here is what she looks like so far. It doesn't look like much. Kind of looks like really rough tea. And I guess it actually probably is kind of like tea. So it actually looks like tea, but oh, you guys, I wish you could smell it. It smells just lovely. We're going to let that simmer for 10 minutes, and then we're going to add our oil. So it's been simmering now for 7 minutes, and now I'm going to add the Palo Santo oil. So I'm just going to let that finish off for 2 minutes, and then I'll turn it off, let it cool down, and then we can decanter it. Okay, now we're going to put the liquid in our bottle. I don't want to sieve out the bits and pieces. I want them in my liquid. So while I was waiting for it to cool down, I just added the lavender flowers and also the little buds from the eucalyptus as well. So I've put those in my bottle as well. And I'm just going to add one last pinch of salt. And now we're going to pour in the liquid. So guys, have your very own homemade cleansing spray. Thank you for watching my video. I hope it was helpful. Like I've said before on my channel, I am just a beginner and I just thought I would give this a red hot go. I just had what was close, what was on hand, and what was easy, and what I already knew. So you can substitute anything. I think it's just what holds the meaning for you. Thank you very much for watching my video. Until next time.